Before we take up the problem, let us discuss the concept. Treatment of normal loss and abnormal loss. Treatment of normal loss, abnormal loss. Friends, listen. In final accounts, we have discussed already about normal loss and abnormal loss. Can you recall? First of all, I told you one concept that for accounting for loss of stock, no entry is. For accounting for loss of stock, no entry is required. Understood? So there is absolutely, we don't require any entry for accounting for loss of stock. But we make entry if it is abnormal loss. And we don't make entry for normal loss. Why is it like that? Now, we require entry only for transferring loss from one place to. If you have to book the loss in the trading account, absolutely no entry is required. So we feel that normal loss is associated with trading. The moment you buy the goods, loss comes to you. We want the loss to be appearing in trading. We want the loss not to be affecting P&L. It should be reduced from gross profit directly. In that case, normal loss to be booked in trading account. No entry is required. Without making entry, loss is booked. That's the beauty of that accounts. But abnormal loss, we don't want that loss to appear in. We want the loss to appear in. So thereby we transfer the loss from trading and putting into P&L. Are you following? That is how we have accounting for normal loss and abnormal loss. In case of normal loss, now what is the treatment in case of data system? Stock and data system, single entry model. Please listen, friends. We want the normal loss. We want the to be associated or is direct charge against gross profit. It is a trading event only, normal loss, correct? Because a loss arising at the time of purchase or manufacture is only a trading event. So we don't want that loss to appear in any other place, only in the charge against gross profit, correct? Now listen. Under data system, no entry will be required. No entry is made. Under data system, actually we have only 4 items that we will account. Goods sent, cash sent, opening balance, and that's all. Any other event happening at the branch, whether normal loss or abnormal loss, no entry will be required. So, under data system, no entry is made for normal loss, no entry is made for both the loss simply, because there is no concept of GP, NP in case of data system. Absolutely no entry is required. Correct, Appa? Respond. In case of final accounts, that is single entry model. In case of single entry model, no entry is required for what loss? No entry is required. Here we'll make entry, yeah. What entry? Abnormal loss to trading. P&L to abnormal loss. 2 entry will be making. We book the loss by transferring from trading and putting into P&L. Abnormal loss to trading and P&L to abnormal loss. Everybody? Okay. In case of stock and data system, do you have separation between GP and NP? In case of stock and data system, do you have difference with GP and NP? The balancing figure in the dash account will give you GP. Adjustment account. Branch and balancing figure in the branch P&L will show what? net profit. Correct? Appo, we want the abnormal loss to appear in P&L or adjustment. We want the loss to appear in P&L. Correct? So that is how we make the entry here for abnormal loss. Branch expenses debit. Branch adjustment debit to branch stock. The real loss is debited to branch expenses which is transferred to P&L. Debiting branch adjustment is not accounting for abnormal loss. It is removal of the profit which is already booked. Correct? The real loss is what? Booked as branch, which will be transferred to what? Branch P&L. Correct? Respond. Now, in case of normal loss, in case of the removal of profit as well as loss, both will take place in branch adjustment account only. Entry will be branch adjustment debit to branch stock. So in case of normal loss, we can't simply tell no entry is required because stock was originally recorded at some value. Correct? Now when the goods are reduced from that branch, definitely it should be credited. So that credit with a corresponding debit to what account? Branch? Why branch adjustment account? Means the removal of profit one part, second the loss itself is reduced from profit. Correct? So thereby it is for entire loss at invoice price, you make the entry as branch adjustment to branch stock. Understood? Now let us discuss this normal loss under data system. No entry. Under stock and data system. Branch adjustment to, and in final accounts no entry. Abnormal loss. Now first the data system, no entry. So which means under data system no entry is required for abnormal loss. You're not there. No entry is required for normal loss and no entry is required for. Under stock and data system we require entry for both the loss. Under single entry model we require entry only for abnormal loss. Correct? Respond. So let us slowly relate and let us understand that under data system for both the loss no entry is required. Under stock and data system for both the loss we require entry. For normal loss entire amount is transferred to branch adjustment to branch stock. Correct? Under for abnormal loss branch expenses debit, branch adjustment debit to branch stock. Correct? Under final accounts normal loss no entry, abnormal loss to trading, P&L to abnormal loss. Could you appreciate that? Pakka?